We now know that Brett Cowan is an opportunistic and devious sexual predator. But Bruce and Denise Morcombe could have no idea about Cowan's evil past, as their desperate search for Daniel turned into a relentless hunt for his killer. Cowan's depravity began 16 years before Daniel's murder, when he snatched and brutally molested a 7-year-old boy in Brisbane. That young boy survived, but is now a broken man. Tonight, he's bravely speaking after a 27-year silence. His story is harrowing and chilling for its similarities to Daniel's case. At 33 and 6'5", Tim Nichols is a big bear of a man. He's a farmer with a family of his own now, but most of his life has been shadowed by a violent sexual attack he suffered when he was just 7 years old.
I was a bright student, then after that, my schooling, my attitude, my happiness didn't have it no more.
He took a lot away from you, didn't he?
He took everything. He took my life.
For Brett Cowan, the young Tim Nichols was just prey, a plaything who, like Daniel, just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Did he say anything to you? Did he say he was sorry?
Just said he would find me and kill me if I said anything. And I was petrified all my life. You know, was he just going to turn up? Was he going to get me?
Suburban Brisbane, Saturday the 5th of December 1987, and Tim and his young mates are at their regular childcare centre.
A bit more. Right.
Also there is 18-year-old Brett Cowan. Unbeknown to the kids or their parents, he's a young crim, made to work as part of his court-ordered community service, punishment for break and enter and stealing.
He was in orange overalls, and I just went to give him a helping hand with a couple other kids.
And what was he like?
Nice. He would talk to you.
For the next hour, Cowan tries to groom Tim, gives him jobs and befriends him. After a while, the 7-year-old gets bored until Cowan deviously lures him back. This moment in time changes everything for this happy-go-lucky child.
Let me think. It's a pretty good golf
No,
ball.
he just yelled out, "Who wants a golf ball?" And we all put our hands up, and don't know why, but he just pointed to me. And he said, "You have to come into the toilets." And I said no. And then he grabbed me and picked me up and took me into the toilets.
And at that point that he picked you up, what did you think was going on?
I didn't know, I couldn't say anything. He had his hand over my mouth.
Do you remember what you were feeling or fearing at that point?
Scared. Didn't know what was happening.
The abduction is as sickeningly brazen as it is opportunistic. Cowan locks himself in a cubicle with the petrified Tim. Do you remember what you said to him?
I told him I was going to tell my mum. And he started to strangle me. He threatened he was going to kill me. He grabbed me by the throat, and if I didn't do it, I thought I was going to die.
So that threat, you believed it? You believed that he would kill you?
I was only a kid, of course I did. I thought I was dying that day. Like, I didn't know what he was going to do to me.
How extensive was the abuse?
Horrific. I have trouble telling anyone about it. I want to tell you what he done, but it's hard.
Yeah, it's not because you've forgotten, is it?
I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten any of it.
Behind that locked cubicle door, Cowan repeatedly raped Tim. It only stopped when a childcare worker called out his name.
If it wasn't for that person, I don't know what her name was or who she was if she didn't come and say, "Tim, are you in there?" I believe I wouldn't be here.
Cowan was quickly arrested for the rape of Tim Nichols, but he was also given bail. And like a coward, Cowan did a runner. He evaded police for 2 years. When he was finally caught in New South Wales, he was brought back here to Queensland to face justice and to face Tim, who crucially was brave enough to testify against him. You're just a little kid. How tough was it for you to be in that courtroom and to tell everybody what had happened to you?
I had to look at him. It was hard. I had to point him to the person who attacked me, and he was sitting there with a smile on his face, just staring at me, and it was, I still remember that. It was like it was a game to him, like he was just smiling. And that's all I can remember, him just smiling across the room.
Unbelievably, Cowan got 2 years for his rape of Tim, and even more astonishing, served little more than half the sentence. So imagine then the Morcombe's horror when they discovered Cowan's sick past and just how little time he spent behind bars.
Well, that's something we don't understand. We've read his police brief and we knew his past criminal history, but we've never been allowed to say anything about him. And if he'd never been let out of jail, we wouldn't be sitting here today. Daniel would still be alive. This would never have happened.
It's not an isolated case. He hasn't made a blue and regretted it. You know, he's been a demon for nearly 30 years. It's just a shocking record.
Cowan was always a ticking time bomb. Before he murdered Daniel, there would be yet another victim. Coming up,
It was just a cover for the evil man he is.
his girlfriend's night of terror.
He came home and had sex with me.
And the police close in on Brett Peter Cowan. That's next on 60 Minutes.